Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you how to cut and sew a bishop sleeve. So I'll be working with this African print fabric and I have it on fold like so. Then I'll be measuring. The measurement I have here is what you have around your armhole area, and if you will adding pleat you add plus 5 inches. That is, if your armhole is 20 inches, if you don't want to add pleat, just mark 10 inches because it's on fold. But if you're adding a pleat, you add 5 inches for pleat allowance. So next I'll go ahead and measure where I want that ball effect to stop. So I'll measure the length of it, then you add about 3 to 4 inches to get that ball effect, then 1 inch for seam allowance. So on the top area here, I'll come down by 4 inches like we do to get the sleeve round. So next, I'll go over on this side also, then measure 2 inches like so. Then if you can, just trace out your sleeve like so to get that sleeve curve. So you just trace it out like that to get your sleeve curve. Or for beginners that might not find it that easy, so just rule a straight line from that 2 inches you came out by, to that point. Rule a straight line, then you measure what you have on that straight line, then mark the half of it. So what you have on that place, mark half of it. Then also from that half part, you measure what you have there and also mark half of it on both sides. So just watch how I did it if you don't really understand. So on the center point, I'll come down by half an inch. So from that 4 inches point, you just make a curve to meet that half inch we came down by on the center point. Then it will go straight up to that 2 inches point. So we'll go over to the arm area. So what you have on your arm, just measure around your arm, then times it by 3, then divide it by 2. So if you have about 10 inches on your arm, times 3, that should give you 30. So because the sleeve is on fold, you divide it by 2, that is 15. So you're going to mark 15 inches around that area, then connect it like how I did, and also connect this point to cut it out. So guys, if you really don't understand this process, just go ahead and watch this video and I promise you it will be very clear. So I'll go ahead and cut off what I have here. So guys, this is just one part of the sleeve, so you can go ahead and cut the same thing we have here for the other part. So next I'll be cutting for the down part of the sleeve, that is this part that is indicated here on the video. So you just determine how long you want that part to be or how short you want it to be. So it depends totally on what you want to accomplish. So for me, I'll be working with 9 inches. The length of this down part will be 9 inches, and I'll be adding half an inch seam allowance for joining to the top part. So this part that is on fold is where it's going to go around the wrist area. Then this other part will be joining to the upper part of the sleeve. So I'm just marking my 9 inches plus half an inch allowance like so. Then I'll just mark that out. Then next I'll go ahead and fold the fabric like so. So we are folding it into 2 like so. So next I'll mark my round arm measurement. So you're folding by your round arm measurement divided by 2 plus 1 inch seam allowance. So just go ahead, I'm just marking my length to know where this is going to stop. So 9 inch plus half an inch for joining to the upper part. Then my round arm measurement, I'll divided by 2, I'll mark it, then 1 inch seam allowance. So I'll go ahead and measure around my wrist also. So what you have on your wrist, divide it by 2 because it's on fold. You mark it, then 1 inch allowance also. So next I'll connect those lines I have here for my wrist area to my round arm, and also connect the length of what I have here, that is my 9.5 inches. Now go ahead and cut this out. After cutting, this is what I have. So I'll be showing you how to fix this to the upper part of the sleeve. So guys, this is the 2 parts of the sleeve we have. So this is what it looks like on the down part, and on this upper part we'll go ahead and run a gathered stitch because we'll be making a gathered on this side of the upper sleeve. So I'll go ahead and make a gathered stitch around that area. Once I was done making the gathered stitch, this is what I have, and I went ahead to flip this over to the right side. So I'll just go ahead and gather the stitch I already made here. So you're just going to pull the thread like so. If you don't know how to make a gathered stitch, you just go ahead and pull this thread like so. And I'll measure what I have on this part. I had about 11 and a half or thereabouts. So what you have on that part is what you're going to measure on the gathered part. So wherever you gather, make sure it is same thing you have on that lower part of the sleeve. So once I was done doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and continue measuring it until I have the exact same thing on the down part of the sleeve. If you have something that is smaller, just go ahead and loosen it up. Right, when I was sure I had the same thing, I'll just go ahead and fix this to the down part. So I'm just making sure my gathers are even on every part. So to fix this, you just place the down part on the gathered area like so. So you just place it like so, then go ahead to your sewing machine and sew about half an inch. That's half an inch allowance I left. I will sew it to the gathered area like so. So just sew from one end to the other. So guys, after sewing, this is what I have. I'll go ahead and cut out the excess threads I have here. So after sewing, this is what it looks like on this part. And this is what it also looks like on the right side. So guys, next you just go ahead and flip it over to the wrong part like so. Then you take in about half an inch on this other part. So taking about half an inch like so, then we'll be using it to cover this inseam we have on this part. So you just take about half an inch all around like so. And on this part, we'll be sewing it so it doesn't show. So just sew it in between the seams we have here. So guys, after sewing, this is what I have. This is what it looks like on the wrong side of the sleeve, and this is what it looks like on the right side of the sleeve. So now we can go ahead and fix this to the dress or whatever you're making, then sew it on the sides and it will come out just perfect. So guys, if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel. If you're yet to, give us a thumbs up, like and share, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.